streamline, organize, and grow your business. Welcome to the One Organized Business podcast. My name is Alaia Williams, and I'm your host. Thanks for joining me. Find past episodes, show notes, and business building resources by visiting oneorganizedbusiness.com. Let's jump right into today's episode. Hey, entrepreneurs. It is that time of year. The holidays will be fast upon us, and if you're anything like me, you're wondering where the heck the year went. It has definitely flown by, as it seems to do every year when we end up in this place. The holidays are an interesting time for businesses and for those of us who are at the helm of our own businesses. Usually we fall into one of two camps. You're either in the camp that business is pretty slow because it's not the time or season that people are thinking about your kind of product or service or looking to sign up for the kind of course or program that you typically offer. And then there's the other camp where this is your busiest time of year. People are knocking down your door to get your product or service. And no matter which camp you fall into, this is a critical time and an important time to get your business organized so that you can end the year strong and start the next year feeling great. So in this episode, I'm going to talk about a few things that you can do to easily prep yourself for the holiday season. Now, first thing you can do is make sure your website is holiday season ready. And, this applies whether this is your busy season or your slow season. You should always make sure that your website is in tip-top shape. But if you do fall into that camp of this being the time of year when you see an increase in sales and traffic, you especially want to make sure that things are working the way they're supposed to. With the changes in online marketing, online shopping, definitely make sure that you have the right security software and systems on your website. If you are selling things on your website, you're going to need a secure certificate at this point. So if you don't have one, make sure you get one, look up online how to purchase one, or talk to your web designer, developer, someone on your tech support team who can help you make sure that you've got the security setup that you need. Make sure your site is backed up in case it crashes. And also test your checkout process. If you are selling products directly on your site, make sure that the checkout process works flawlessly. If you're like me and you're using Shopify, I have my business website where you can't really buy much of anything. It's more about exploring my one-on-one services. But then I created another site on Shopify to sell my planner line, the next 12 months planners. So that gives me the confidence to know that, Shopify has it down. They're monitoring that kind of stuff and they have teams working around the clock. So I know that my checkout is going to work properly, but I still test it anyway before a busy season just to make sure that everything is okay and the checkout process is just the way I want it to be. Another thing that's really important to do if you are selling physical products, for example, is to update your shipping information. If you are changing your shipping options or the cost of shipping during the holiday season, make sure that that's something your customers are aware of, especially if you have the kind of business where people buy products from you throughout the year. As I mentioned, I sell planners. People don't usually need more than one during the course of the year. So if someone buys more than one from me in the span of a year, it's usually because they're giving it as a gift. So I don't get a lot of repeat customers in the span of a year. But if you sell apparel or gifts or jewelry or office supplies, stationery, something that people may buy multiple times a year, if customers see sudden big differences in shipping time, shipping costs with no warning, it may throw them off guard and put a bad taste in their mouths. So make sure it's very clear if there are any changes in the way you ship your products or the cost to get them shipped. And also be very clear about deadlines. If it's going to take you longer to process orders because you're getting more, for example, I know a lot of small business owners who are participating in Black Friday and Cyber Monday sales and mega sales, and they're getting a lot of orders and they have handmade or customized businesses. So their turnaround time, their processing time for orders is going to increase significantly. So if you were to order from them in the middle of June, for example, your order may be ready to ship in 3 to 5 days. But during Black Friday, if you order from them and they're a handmade or kind of customized business, you may see that processing time expand to 7 to 10 days or 10 to 14 days. So if that's the case for your business, let people know up front what that processing time is going to be. And if you're selling the kind of product that people want for Christmas or some other like gift giving holiday in this season, make sure that you're very clear about what the order deadlines are in order to ship things out and get it to them when they want it. So again, using my planner line as an example, occasionally people do buy the planner as gifts for someone they know, but more than likely they're buying it for themselves and they need it in time for January 1st. So I usually list 2 shipping deadlines. If you want to ensure that you get this by Christmas, choose this type of shipping and order by this date. If you want your planner by January 1st, you're safe to order until X date. And I just make that very clear. I would love to see more people order them as gifts, but I know that planners are often very personal. So I know that my customers are typically buying them for themselves. And so I have that extra week in the year to push those last minute sales. And it's great for me because I don't have to worry about that Christmas rush as much. So if you have a similar business, if you sell a similar type of product or something that people buy at the end of the year that isn't necessarily a gift, make sure to let them know that it's still safe to order, on or after Christmas and that they will receive it by the new year. So whatever those deadlines are for you, just make it really clear so that customers understand. And take a deep breath and don't get too stressed, because no matter how clear you make it, you are likely to get at least one person who swears they didn't know about the deadline or the extra cost or the extended processing time. So another thing that you can do to get yourself ready is create some standard responses that, just reiterate what's going on and that you made it clear, just so that your customers are happy and satisfied and feel like they're being treated well and they're being heard and they're being respected. Everybody wants to feel that way. So all those things about your website, just make sure you are ready for those when the holiday season rolls around. Also, make sure that your website is mobile friendly. I still run into a lot of people whose websites are not mobile friendly. They're not responsive. I put my hands to my face in horror when I make some change to my website and someone lets me know that it's not working on mobile the way it should. I'm very grateful that people take the time to let me know, because they certainly don't have to. And when they do, I hop right online and I make sure to fix whatever it is right away. Now, that doesn't happen often, but it definitely has happened before. So make sure your site's mobile friendly, test it on your device, find a friend or colleague who has a different phone than you, or hop on your tablet. Try to check out what your site looks like on a variety of devices and make sure it works on as many as possible. You can also, another thing to do if you are a business that takes phone calls from customers for phone orders or inquiries or anything like that, another great thing for your mobile responsive site is adding a click to call button. So it's really easy for people to just click, your number pops up and a phone call is started. So that's just like a nice little extra touch that you can add to your site to make it easy for people to get in touch with you. So these are things, again, that will help you out this holiday season. but they're really improvements that you can and should make to your website any time of year. The second thing to do to prep your business for the holiday season is to check your search listings. So if you are listed with any search engines, if you're on Yelp or any other kind of directory for your industry, make sure your listing is up to date, that the URL is accurate, that your email is still the same. If you've changed phone numbers, if you've changed physical addresses because you have a brick and mortar place or the kind of business where people send you mail, make sure that your information is updated. So many people shop online now, and for many of us, it's our first stop. Most of us don't flip through the yellow pages. Most of us are seeing things in online advertisements and emails. We're using Google. We're using directories to search. So make sure that you have the most up-to-date and accurate reflection of your business in any directories that you are listed in. So pretty straightforward, but something that people often overlook. And you should create a checklist for yourself of things to update when your contact information changes, because it's not just the holiday season when things may change. You may rebrand. Again, you may move locations, so your phone or your address may change. So any time of year that happens, you should make sure that you or someone on your team is updating your online listings so that it's easy for people to find you and do business with you. The third thing you can do to prep your business for the holiday season is to make sure that your customer service is on point. And this is applicable whether you have an online business, a brick and mortar business, or some kind of hybrid. So obviously, if you have a store that people are walking into, you want to make sure that you have enough people on the floor able to assist customers, or enough people in the back, whether they're prepping food or packing orders or, whatever kind of business you have, wrapping gifts. One year when I was in college, I worked at a bookstore, which was the worst thing I could possibly do because I'm addicted to books. And I spent half of every paycheck there. But I worked in the will call department of an independent bookseller. And so will call was typically pretty busy, but it was very busy during the holiday season because everyone was putting books on hold to make sure that they had, the perfect gift to give to their loved ones. And oftentimes when they came to pick up their books, they would want to get them gift wrapped. And we did the gift wrapping in will call. So I got the job during the holiday season because the store was staffing up, and they do it every year. And then some of us stayed on after the holiday season, but most people left. So it's very common for people to hire seasonal help, and people are looking for extra jobs around the holidays. So if you need that extra help, do not hesitate to get it. And if for some reason things are a little slower and you don't need that person's help in the way that you thought they would, I'm sure there are other areas of your business where you could probably use an extra hand. So you can find the work to keep someone busy, and it takes a lot of stress off your plate. If you have an online business, but you're selling physical products, you still may need that person. So for example, most of the time, let's say January through July, my planner sales are pretty slow because most people, even though they look for planners all year long, that's not the busiest planner season. So I can easily pack and prep orders as they come in. But August through December, or, August through mid-January is a really busy season for planners. So I'm getting more inventory in. There's more orders to prep and pack and more cards to sign and packages to ship out, which is very exciting. But I need some help with that. So each year, as my sales increase, it's become more important to get a little help. And it's temporary. It's during that season, but it really helps me out to make sure that, every customer gets their order in a timely manner and that everything is exactly the way I want it to be. So whether you're online, brick and mortar, get the help that you need. And if it's not someone in person with you, but you're getting a lot of emails, for example, a lot of questions, people checking in on orders, people checking in on things before they order, you could still hire someone virtually to help you with customer support. You can have a customer support email. or you can use a ticketing system like Zendesk or Freshdesk to keep track of customer inquiries. And it will be a great help to you to have someone who can help answer customer inquiries while you're busy doing other things in your business. So of course, if you do that, another added benefit or thing that you should do is prep some customer service templates and FAQs so that you can quickly and easily answer people's questions without, writing the answer from scratch every time. Some people do have unique problems, but most people's problems are pretty common. It's usually, how do I return stuff? The item was damaged. What's the shipping time? Whatever it is for your business, you tend to get very similar questions. And that's how FAQs are developed. But turn those FAQs into email templates to make things easier for yourself and whoever else is helping you with customer support. The next thing that's important is merchandising. And again, this applies online and in person at your brick and mortar location. So obviously, most people who have a brick and mortar location think about this, and most of us have been into a store and are aware that during this season, people tend to either put out decorations or showcase their best products. So that's really important. If there's something you are wanting to sell during the holiday season, something you want to highlight, if you want to put out signage that highlights what your sale is, whether it's buy one, get one, free shipping, free gift wrap, 20% off, whatever it is, create attractive displays, create an attractive, welcoming environment, have great professional looking signage, whatever is going to impress people and keep them in your store exploring and shopping. And the same thing translates online. And you can have a lot of fun with this and get a little creative. A lot of online stores will create gift guides for her, for him, for kids, for bosses. So you can curate collections. If you have different kinds of products, you can create gift collections that make it really easy for people to hone in on what it is they're looking for. If you don't sell a wide variety of products, again, like I sell planners. They are what they are, right? But I can highlight certain things about them, that they're great for the new year. Set your New Year's goals using this planner. If I'm offering a certain percentage off, I might want to highlight that. I may want to highlight the best-selling planner. People often want to know, what worked for other people. And oftentimes that's what they want to go with. So that's social proof. So during this time of year where it's a busy planner season, I may add testimonials to the homepage. Or like I said, highlight the best-selling product. So whatever that is for you, do that merchandising in store, online, and make it easy for people to identify your best products and things that they'll love for either themselves or to give away to their loved ones, clients, colleagues, friends. Next, have a marketing plan. So this is important again all year long, but especially during the holiday season. And it's not too late for you to create a plan if you haven't already. The plan doesn't have to be complex, and I believe in keeping it simple, but I also do believe in making sure that your plans are thought out and written down or captured somewhere. So a well-rounded plan for your holiday marketing should include details on what you're selling, at what price, who you're targeting, which channels you're selling through. And I really encourage you to use a mix of ways to reach people: email marketing, advertising, social media, direct mail, phone calls if appropriate. And I'm not saying you have to do all of those things, but think about what's best for your business. Many of us wouldn't consider doing direct mail right now, but if you have the kind of business where clients come back a couple of times a year or once a year, you may consider direct mail, a note, a flyer, a card that encourages them to come back. And it's something that is tailored and acknowledges that they've shopped with you before. So you may not be doing direct mail to people who don't know you, to a cold audience. You may just choose direct mail for people who've done business with you before. And again, you may choose to not do it at all. But email marketing is really important. People save, especially during this gift buying season. People tend to save emails with promotions and look to those emails when they want to shop or when they're choosing where to shop. So email marketing is big. Social media is big. If you want to run promotions on Facebook or Instagram or Twitter, consider adding that in as part of your strategy and plan for that. Who will you target with your online advertising? Who will you target with your offline advertising? Are you going to do any in-person networking? Your marketing plan should be diverse and well-rounded and well thought out. So pick a couple of strategies and tactics, write them down, and get started. The sooner, the better. Today is better than tomorrow, and yesterday is better than today. So get right on that marketing plan. And, there are multiple opportunities to market. Many people do Black Friday and Cyber Monday sales. I never had. It's not something I do for my business, but many people love to capitalize on that time. So even if you do Black Friday, Cyber Monday, or now there's Small Business Saturday too, if you do sales during that kind of holiday weekend time, you can still run another promotion closer to Christmas or New Year or whatever holiday is relevant to your audience. So it doesn't have to be a one-off thing. It could be one ongoing holiday season campaign, or you could break it up into a couple of little campaigns. No way is better than another. It's all about what works best for your business. And as long as it's thought out, you'll be fine. And finally, whether this is your busy sales season or not, this is a great time of year to say thanks. Hopefully you are keeping a contact list. You have a contact management system of some sort. And if not, maybe just a simple spreadsheet of clients, vendors, partners, people that you've worked with throughout the year. It's important to keep a list of that anyway, but this time of year is a great time to say thanks. So consider sending cards, sending gifts when appropriate, just to say thank you for doing business with you and supporting you. People like to feel special. They like to feel appreciated. And hopefully you do appreciate your vendors and clients and your business community. So there's no better time to say thanks. Any day is a great day. But this time of year in particular, if you haven't done it earlier in the year, take a little time to say thanks to the people who are helping to make your business a success. And it's those little touches this time of year and throughout the year that really can help you stand out, make people feel seen and appreciated, and lock in longtime customers. So that's just like a little extra thing I wanted to throw in there. That's important for us to remember. We often send cards to family and friends, but don't forget those people who are supporting your business too, because by them supporting your business, it's helping you create the life you want to live and, a legacy for yourself and your family. So don't forget to say thanks. And, as I mentioned at the top of this episode, the holidays may not be a busy season for every business, but that doesn't mean that you can't do any of the things that I talked about here. You may not be hiring customer service help, but maybe you are thinking about your hiring plan for the next year. So I encourage you, if this is a slower season for you, even better. That gives you more time and more breathing space to make those business improvements, to work on your website, think about your hiring, create a marketing plan, set goals, write those thank you cards. So use this time and then, kick back and appreciate that you aren't busy and that you can breathe easy over the holidays and enjoy them. So just to recap, to prep your business for the holiday season, make sure your website is ready. Security software, checkout, shipping, contact forms and links, that your site is mobile friendly. Second, check your search and directory listings. Make sure everything is up to date. Third, staff up. If you need that customer service help in person, online, make sure to get it as early as possible so that the people helping you are trained and ready when your business gets busy. Fourth, merchandising, in person, online. Make it easy for people to shop with you and find the perfect products for them. Fifth, have that marketing plan. Again, it doesn't have to be complex, but it should be thought out, and hopefully will include a couple of different strategies and tactics so that you can have, the greatest reach possible. People can't do business with you if they don't know you exist. So make sure to put yourself out there this holiday season. And last but not least, say thanks. Have that list of customers, clients, people in your business community. Send them a card, send them a gift, a call, a text, whatever is appropriate for you and your business and the relationship you have with that person. But don't forget to say thanks, show your appreciation, and strengthen those business relationships. So that's it for this episode. You can find these tips at oneorganizedbusiness.com. If you need a reminder of what they are, there's a handy infographic for you there. I hope this episode was helpful and that these tips help you prepare your business for an amazing holiday season. I wish you all the luck and success. It will be great if you organize and think things through. And remember to get help. Ask for help if you need it. You will thank yourself later. Thanks for tuning in. That's it for this episode of the One Organized Business podcast. You can find show notes, business building resources, and links to past episodes at oneorganizedbusiness.com. Thanks for tuning in, and I'll catch you on the next episode.